Sharpologist.com.
Is there more stress in your life than usual? Feeling a little frustrated, helpless, or powerless? Maybe it's time to take wet shaving to the next level to help combat those feelings. The world can be a scary place, especially nowadays, but you can keep control of at least parts of it by taking steps to calm and focus your mind. One way to do that is to create a routine or a ritual. Think of it as a form of mindfulness, meditation, or focus to train yourself into an emotionally calm, relaxed state. There are two main things to keep in mind to achieve this. First, the focus is on the moment. If your mind wanders, you acknowledge it to yourself without judgment and refocus your attention. And second, it takes about 20 minutes in the activity to get the full benefit. When you do this activity is less important than doing the activity itself. A leisurely shave seems ripe for creating a routine or ritual. I'm going to suggest doing an old-school leisurely wet shave with a razor with a single blade and lathering cream or soap with a brush. But if for some reason you don't want to go full tilt boogie into that, it's okay too. Here's a breakdown of my proposed mindful, relaxing shave. Take a moment to collect all the things you'll need for your shave. I'll assume all these things are in your bathroom. Just have them within easy, convenient reach. Hand soap or cleanser, face soap or cleanser, a dry, clean towel, and optionally a washcloth or cleansing brush, shave cream or shave soap, a shave brush, and optionally a lather-building mug, scuttle, or bowl, the razor and blade, and aftershave. Spend 20 to 30 seconds thoroughly washing and rinsing your hands. A clean face is essential to a good shave, but to wash your face, you need to use clean hands. Doctors say it can take up to 3 minutes to properly cleanse and hydrate the face for shaving. But the important point here is to use a cleansing product specifically made for the face. Whether you use your hands, a washcloth, or a specialized cleaning tool is up to you. Put the stopper in your sink and fill the sink with warm water. Plop your brush in the water and let the water soak the brush hair. How long you soak partly depends on the type of hair your brush has. Badger and synthetic may not need much time, while boar or horse hair may require a bit more time. You'll have to experiment a bit to find the best time for you and the brush you're using. Start with a 1-minute soak and adjust accordingly. If you're loading the brush from a squeeze tube of shave cream, apply an almond-size amount slightly into the brush hair. If you're loading from a tub of shaved soap or cream, spin the brush into the tub, pressing down slightly to load the brush. Spin the brush long enough to get some of the product onto the brush. Go for more than just a soapy foam. Now that the brush is loaded, you have a choice whether to build the lather directly on the face or in a container like a mug or scuttle, then applying it to the face. Start massaging the brush into the bowl or on the face using circular motions and pressing the brush down slightly. Some advocate using a painting motion versus a circular motion, but let's start off with circular. Massage for about 30 seconds. If the lather looks dry and dull, then dip the tips of the brush in water and repeat. It may take several minutes for the lather to build on the brush to the right consistency, depending on the type of brush, the type of product used, and the mineral content of the water. While you're doing this, enjoy the scent of the shaving lather. Pay attention to it. Feel it on the skin. Assuming you're using a single blade razor without a cartridge, rest the razor head against the cheek and slowly rock the razor downward until the blade edge just makes contact with the skin, then go just a bit more. Then lock your wrist and shave straight downward regardless of the grain of the stubble. The angle between the blade edge and the skin should be somewhere between 30 and 45 degrees. Shaving should feel comfortable and not harsh. If it feels uncomfortable shaving north to south, then try shaving more towards the grain of the beard. Segment the area to be shaved into its flattest parts. Take shorter strokes on curved areas like the chin. Rinse the blade between segments so that you always have a clean blade on each part. Don't worry about getting every last strand of hair or go over the same spot again and again during this pass. Your goal is to reduce the stubble, not eliminate it. And the main point here is to focus on what you're doing. Shave efficiently, but not quickly, and try not to get distracted. If your mind wanders, don't criticize yourself. Just pause for a moment to reset your thoughts back to the shave technique and continue on. After you've finished your first pass, rinse briefly to keep the skin hydrated. You can do this with the soapy water from the sink. Don't worry about needing fresh water. Then re-lather for the second pass. You should not only have enough lather in the brush from loading that you've already done, but also since the lather has had time to percolate, it will probably be more effective and hydrated, even though the lather coating on the skin may look a bit thinner. This pass reduces stubble further by shaving either south to north or across the grain, depending on your preference. But once again, the key is to focus on what you're doing. Keep your mind on shave technique and your environment of the moment. If you get distracted, that's okay. Just say to yourself, I got distracted, and refocus on your shave. Feel the temperature of the lather against the skin. Notice the scent of the lather. Listen to the sound the razor makes. Appreciate the track of the razor across the lather. If you wish to have a closer shave, rinse, re-lather, and perform a third pass, either against the grain, or, if your skin can't handle an against grain shave, across the grain from the opposite direction as the previous pass. Stay focused. Now is not the time to let up on your shave ritual. After you're finished with your final pass, briefly rinse and examine yourself to see if you've missed any spots. If you have, squeeze up a bit of lather from the brush and hand apply to those spots and shave with either a buffing or arcing motion. Do this once. If you still feel that you have missed a spot, that's okay, just let it go for the next shave. Repeated touch and cut actions will probably do more harm than good. Focus for this part of your shave is essential. Okay, now drain the sink and run clean, warm water. Use your hands or a wet, clean washcloth to generously rinse the shaved area. Pay attention to those little areas, like under the nose or under the ears, that might hide a bit of lather. I like to take this one step further by soaking a cotton cosmetic pad with a good toner and wiping down the area. You might be surprised with what the pad will pick up. If you're predisposed to ingrown hairs or those tiny white pimples after shaving, it could be a little lather residue clogging pores of the skin. Now rinse with cool water. You don't need to keep the skin dripping wet, but do keep it moist. Now apply a bit of your favorite aftershave product. Keeping the skin wet will let you apply the aftershave more evenly, and you may not need as much too. You may be finished with your shave, but you're not finished with the ritual. Police up the area by rinsing out your razor and brush and cleaning up any remaining stubble or lather residue from the sink. Put things up and out of the way to dry and make room for the next person who wants to use the area. And you're finished with your leisurely, mindful ritual shave. And you've probably spent about 20 minutes doing it, calming and steadying your mind in the process. There may be a few other things you can do to enhance your mindful shave ritual. Some find background music helpful, though I would suggest using instrumental music instead of vocals to reduce the chance of distraction. Another thing to keep in mind is to use your favorite scents with your shave products, whether that's a cologne-like scent or a citrus, floral, or some other scent. Use something you find pleasant. There's a lot more confusion, stress, and uncertainty in the world today, So it makes sense to take care of yourself and do everything you can to protect your health, both emotionally and physically. Sticking to a routine you have control over and being mindful of the process can help you deal with life these days. What things do you do with your shave routine to help you focus and relax? Leave a comment so others may benefit. Hi, my name is Mark, otherwise known as Mantic59, and my channel is all about what your father didn't teach you about shaving.